Welcome to Studio 58A Live here at Jamaica Information Service, our discussion program coming to you live on Facebook. I'm your host, Vaughn Davis. Thank you to everyone joining in wherever you are around the world. We do appreciate it. And as you watch, remember to send in your questions and comments so we can put them to our guests and have a nice lively discussion. And like how we have your attention, do us a favor now. Share this video with a friend or two or 100 so we can maximize the reach and get as many people as possible participating. Now, every year around this time, our company, the JIS, stages a series of competitions geared at getting our students from the primary all the way up to the tertiary level more aware about our country's heritage and culture and the impact it continues to have on our people today. There's the essay competition for the primary students, the poster competition for high schoolers, and the photo competition for our tertiary students. Here to share some more details about the competitions and, more importantly, this year's JIS 2018 Heritage Competitions is our acting Deputy CEO, Miss Enthros Campbell. She is joined by a few past winners who will share their experiences being involved with our competition. Welcome to everyone.
Thank you, Vaughn. Thanks for having us.
All right, so let me introduce the guests that we have. Over here, our St. Jago representative, Delorna Garrick. She's the 2015 essay competition third place winner.
Good morning.
All right, and Ryan Scott. He's the 2014 poster competition second place winner.
Hello.
Right. Wonderful. All right, now, Ms. Campbell, let me just start with you. What was the original objective of the competition? Before we get into the nice things like the prizes and the details and the rules and so on, give us a little background behind why the GIS started to put on this competition and,
well, the general idea in 2011 was to engage everybody. We started with a primary school, primary education, persons in that category. And so we started with the essay competition. We had overwhelming success. We're really happy about that. So after that, we decided, we need to engage the secondary level students, and so we started with a poster competition. And then later we said, okay, let's move on to the photo. And so the idea is to get people to always remember their past and know about our heritage, so that we can always communicate. Everybody loves Jamaica, right? So the more you know about Jamaica, you're able to tell persons about it, and you yourself will be a better person and a better citizen for knowing your past. Because as Gary says, if you don't know your past, you don't know where you're going, yes? You don't know your future.
All right, so let's talk about them individually. Let's talk about, there's a theme for this year's overall competition.
Right.
Tell us the theme so people can get a better idea.
The theme is, how has Jamaican music contributed to national growth and development? Okay. That is the theme for the essay. But we have a little, we had to sharpen up the poster and the photo a little bit. Okay. So the theme for those two was Jamaican music, the stage for national development. So that's for the poster and the photo competition, because you can imagine it has to be visual and practical.
Right. All right, so let's take them individually. Talk to persons about this year's essay competition. What are the rules, regulations, and so on? What do people need to keep in mind?
Well, people need, we ask the students, the primary student, that their essays should be 500, no longer than 500, so 400 to 500 words, yes? For the photo, people need to, for the poster, you can send it in by digitally, or I'm forgetting the other category now. And so people need to, you have to go to the website, and there you have all of the objectives, all of the information on the competition. And make sure you stick to them, because if your essay is too long, you're going to lose marks, or we're going to have to put it away if it is too short. And if you don't, you have to use information from the JIS, and we provide those pieces of information, and they're on the website. You need to go there, see that information, and use it. And like photos, we don't accept, like posters and so on, from other people, because you know how that is with copyright. So you follow the instructions on the website and ensure that your entry gets in.
All right, now I'd just like to bring in our guests, because we don't like to have them off mic for too long. Delorna, talk to us about why you chose to enter the competition and what the experience was like for you. What did you get out of it?
Well, I chose to enter the competition because I love writing. And then the theme in my year was A Day in Your Favorite Hero's Life. That was an exciting theme because I love Nani. I would love to write about a day in Nani's life.
Okay.
So, yeah, because I wanted to expand in my writing also, and GSAT was coming up, so this would be a good opportunity for me with the communication task part.
Okay.
So that's why I chose to enter the competition.
I see you with your trophy. Can you just hold it up so that our person can see it? I want him to zoom in on it and get a nice look at it. Wonderful. See? Wonderful. Fantastic. See? And so we're just going to throw it out there. So all you primary youngsters, you can enter this year's competition and be like Delorana. Have your nice little trophy on your dresser. You can show all your friends and your family. Posted it on Instagram and Facebook that you're a winner. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so, talk to me about, can you share some of the details about writing the essay? You said A Day in the Life of Nani. Can you recall a little bit of what you wrote?
Well, I chose the war between she and the English and the Maroons, the last one. And
right.
I ended mine as long as I, Nani, have breath, I will never stop fighting for the right of my people. That was the reason for the competition in the first place, to show our past. So I chose to end it that way, to show that Nani was one of those persons to help with our freedom of gaining independence in 1962. So when I was writing that essay, I went and did my research on Nani and saw an event that I would want to be present in, because I was supposed to live a day in Nani's life.
Right.
So when I did my research, at first I was saying I was going to do when she was younger, an event like when she was younger, but then I said, to do a fight, that would be fun.
The actual thing that she did, fighting and defending the people.
Yes, and when I chose that, a lot of ideas were just coming to my head, what I could write in it. And so, it was a fun. And I got the help from my librarian at my school.
All right.
And so it was really fun.
I'm going to bring Ryan in now. Ryan, talk to me about your experience putting together your poster. And, talk to me about what it, where it took you, the experience, and what you learned, and how that helped you to bring that out in your artwork.
Well, for me, the poster was quite a challenge because we had to use certain images, and I had the challenge of presenting these images not as a cliche, but to bring across the message. And throughout that process, I was reminded by my teachers that you're not creating a pretty picture. The message must be delivered effectively. So I had to present the images not as how they were given to me. I had to get as creative as possible to bring across the message of freedom, which was the theme at my point. And not just freedom by saying freedom or saying we are free, but showing what would be the reason why we consider ourselves to be free. So the abolition of slavery, the fact that we're now independent, and all of those things I had to depict in some way throughout the poster that I created.
So show us your poster. I want to give a good look at this.
Your poster.
And like you said, people, this was not meant to be a pretty picture. It was meant to really capture the essence of what he wanted to reflect. In a little while, we're going to have Mr. Lamar Salmon. He was the 2016 photo competition. He's going to come in and share his image and talk to us about his image and the process of working through writing it, taking the photo, of course. And I guess we can get a better understanding of where the competition took him. Now, Ms. Campbell, are you satisfied with how they are articulating what they went through?
Definitely. They're well done. But I want to just emphasize that the competition is now open, and all three are running together. And the deadline is October 28.
October 28.
And then we look forward to the award ceremony, which everybody likes. Everybody likes it. So that will be coming up in December. I want to just point out, though, that the essay competition, the essay is being judged on originality, accuracy, and analysis of the research data, writing style, and language skills.
All right, remind them of the theme once again so that they can connect dots.
Theme for poster and photo is, the theme for essay first is, how has Jamaican music contributed to national growth and development? How has Jamaican music contributed to national growth and development? The poster and photo, Jamaican music a stage for national development.
Right,
You
so
can see that.
and as I said, as Miss Campbell just said, they are stressing creativity. So don't just give us the regular essay where you just like Jamaican music has helped us very much. Full stop. We're not really like that. We like you to get as creative as possible. Go deep in your in your mind, in your memory box, and see how you can make paint a very nice picture to the judges, so that they're entertained and informed at the same time. Now, I know people love to hear the prizes, Ms. Campbell. Talk to them about the prizes.
Well, the prizes, we're supported by corporate entities across Jamaica, and so we have accommodation in hotels for a week or so. We have computers, we have printers, we have lots of items for school, and of course we have the other goodies and so on. But there are lots and lots and lots of exciting prizes. So I'm encouraging you to all enter. And by the way, there are cash prizes as well. There are also some cash prizes and the coveted trophies.
Coveted trophies. All right. So before I bring in our next two guests, I'm going to ask Ryan and Delorna just to look in the camera and encourage the youngsters in the respective category. Just customize it. You are, Delorna, you focus on the essay competition, and Ryan, you focus on the poster competition. And just look in the camera, tell the youngsters across Jamaica why they should enter this competition, what you got out of it, and why they in turn should enter the competition. We can start with you, Delorna.
Well, you should enter this competition because it will help you to really know and get deep into your past about Jamaica. And also it helped me with the experience was great. I got to meet other persons who participated in the competition, the persons who put it on, and also I also got the opportunity to go to the Governor General also, which was very nice. And it helped me it helped me in my writing skills. My writing skills, before I entered the competition, I could write, but not as good. But the competition helped me to organize my writing together, my organizing and planning. It's a really good experience. And I encourage all primary school level to just join it. It's really nice. It's a nice thing.
All right, Ryan, over to you.
Well, firstly, for the poster competition, I'd say I'd encourage individuals in the secondary level education to enter, because it helps you to push a lot more, as in put a lot more effort into creating something of meaning, doing some research to understand, to do something not just for aesthetic purposes, but that is meaningful and functional in edifying individuals around you. For me, it was beneficial for purpose of the awards, the rewards that came as a result of it. So I was looking, one of my major deciding factors when I'm entering competitions is what's there to gain. So I was looking at the financial outcome. The rewards that I've gotten as a result of this competition has really impacted where I am today, because the couple thousands of dollars that I got from the Edna Manley College in scholarship is what really influenced my decision to be at the Edna Manley College right now, studying towards my Bachelor's of Fine Arts there.
All right, wonderful. All right, I'm going to switch over to Ms. Campbell again while we invite our guests, Delorna and Ryan. Thank you so much. Can you just ask you to exit and bring our next two guests into the studio?
Yes,
Ms. Campbell, in the meantime, once again, we're just going to go back again and talk about the JIS and the impact that you believe this competition has had on the landscape out there, and getting our youngsters to really appreciate the value of their culture and what it means to really understand,
Right. Well, this competition has, as I said before, has enjoyed tremendous success. And when we go out there, like every October, our special projects department, they go out to the schools right across the country to talk about our heritage and hear what our young people are saying. And we know that it has had great impact out there. More people are learning about their culture, wanting to be the best Jamaican that they can, and I think this is the purpose. Also, they have now linked into the JIS, and so are learning more about government's programs and policies.
All right, wonderful. All right, our new guests have now joined us. Beside Ms. Campbell, we have Lamar Salmon. He's the 2016 photo competition first place winner. Yeah. All right, so we have a champion in the house, and we have Mrs. Aretha Willie or Wiley?
It's Willie.
Willie, principal at George Headley Primary School. And the school has entered a number of times, and her son came third in 2016 and second in 2017. So we're really glad to have you here. All right, let me begin with you, Lamar. Talk to me, share your experience about entering the competition, and what it did for you. How did the process of creating that winning image? Talk to me about that process itself.
All right, the process of getting this image, I visited several netball match because I choose netball because in my year the theme was I'm a sports champion. I'm a sports person. I study physical education at the Jamaica University College. So that is a part of my field. So when I heard the topic, I was elated, to enter the competition. So I choose this image of, because the team is I'm a sports champion, so I choose this image over several other images because as you can see several things in this photo. You can see a shooter is shooting, a defender is blocking. You can see the hoop, so you see the intent.
Sorry, more so the people in the camera
you can see the intent,
right?
And the person blocking. So I choose this. Since the competition, I have received a lot of recognition from my peers, community. Even back then, when I finished the award ceremony, I was on TP the following semester, and students walking up to me, "Sir, I see you on TV," so I feel good.
All right, wonderful. Now, Miss Willie, talk to me about, especially having a son who has entered the competition, talk to me about what you would have seen him go through and do, and what the impact that you think this would have had for him in getting to know Jamaica's heritage even better.
My trauma, as I like to call it, is that I wear two hats, being the principal and being his parent. So once the applications came in, I got a teacher in charge, got them ready and geared, but I had him to deal with at home. He wanted me to give him ideas. I said no, because the first year he entered, I think if I remember clearly, he was to pick his favorite Jamaican sport athlete. And he picked Usain Bolt. And I remember saying to him, "G, why Usain? Tell me why." And he was able to speak about patriotism, which I was very surprised at because he was only in grade 4, I think, at the time. And he said, just like Usain, who trained in Jamaica and was very determined and so on, he wanted to be a Usain Bolt. He spoke about his commitment to his family, to his country, all of that. And I was bowled over by what he spoke of. And I said, well, now you're going to put pen to paper. And he did. It was very, very long, very chaotic. And we sat, we went through, and we got into our word limit and so on. But it was a really interesting experience as a parent because I got into the mind of my child. I really didn't think he was that intelligent. I knew that he could manage himself, but I didn't realize he was that intelligent. He could dissect a Usain Bolt and came up with the kind of essay that he came up with. Unfortunately for him, he came third. He wasn't very pleased with the third place finish. And so when it was advertised last year, he wrote again. I'm trying to remember what it was last year. I can't remember right now. But I think for me, the Usain essay was a better essay than last year. However, thankfully, he came second last year. Already he has started writing this year's essay. He has a whiteboard in his room and he has already written his points.
All right.
He started discussing them last night with me and I'm saying, "Gee, we have some time." So no, we need to get going now.
All right. So you hear that, kids out there, you already have competition.
Yes.
He's already making his plan of action. So it sounds like you're behind the curve already. So you might need to get started because,
the deadline is October 28th.
All right.
He'll be ready. As a matter of fact, my children at George Headley will be ready.
All right, very good. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of George Headley entries this year. So
as we do every year.
All right. Sounds good, right, Ms. Campbell?
Right.
All right, wonderful. Once again, the deadline is?
Deadline is October 28th.
And where do people submit their entries?
Via JIS website. So it's www.jis.gov.jm.
All right, so
you go on the website and then there's a badge to the side where you click there and you get all the information.
All right, well, I'm going to take the time to just big up some persons who are showing us love on social media. Sandra Robinson is telling us good afternoon. Back to you, Sandra. Jamaica Agricultural Society in Hanover, telling us hello. Thank you for tuning in. And interestingly, Dorrit Campbell, she says that Delorana has a nice radio voice. She likes the sound of our voice and wants to talk to her some more about. And you see, we're making new careers here in Studio 58. That works for me. Appreciate that. Thank you again, Dorrit and Marian Bennett, for showing us some love again. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked the two previous guests. I want you to look in the camera and encourage more youngsters to join, to take part in this competition. You know, what value you saw in it, and then you can share that with them so that more persons can enter this time around. All right, we can start with you, Lamar.
I believe that more students should enter this competition because I'm a person who like to take pictures. So when I entered this competition, I won it. It did a lot for my confidence. And it is said that without confidence, we are twice defeated. So, you know, I'm encouraging everybody to come out and participate in the JIS Heritage Competition this year.
All right, Miss Willie, your turn.
It's a win-win. It's a win for the child. It's a win for the school. It's a win for the parent. As I said, I got to spend more than ample time with my son, getting into his headspace and knowing what he was capable of doing. And I would encourage parents, when these competitions come in, whether it's a photographic competition, the essay, whatever it is, get them involved. It builds the self-confidence, builds the self-esteem, and guess what? It helps with their writing skills, expressing themselves. And since we're all about the pep, what better place to be at?
Right. So Miss Campbell, she just made a very nice link for us and pep right there. We can't pay for that kind of advertising around here. All right, so Ms. Campbell, once again, we're just going to go through, we're going to share the theme and some of the rules and regulations for each of the individual competitions, and then we can move into wrap. So let's begin again. What's the theme for those
So the theme for this year's competition is how has Jamaican music contributed to national growth and development? Right. And then the essay and the photo competition, they have the same, share the same theme, go back to tweak it a bit. So Jamaican music, the stage for national development. Jamaican music, the stage for national development. I can see the pictures already. All right, remember that you are to go to the GIS website, and there are lots of information there as to how the do's and the don'ts. And for essay, 500 words, 400 to 500 words. And you'll be judged on originality, accuracy, analysis of the research data, writing style, and the language skills. For the competition and the poster, creativity is key. So you have to be original, creative, you have to be artistic, and the way you present the material.
Lamar, I just want to jump in. Lamar, give us a few tips because you have the photographic eye. Talk to the tertiary students out there, and what were you looking for? What were you looking to capture when you pick up the camera, you went to the netball game and tried to find that winning image? What was the things that stuck out in your mind? You know, some person maybe can try and get in your mind and see if they can borrow some of your strategies.
Normally, before I went and take this picture, I take several pictures. But the thing is, each time I'm going out, it's like I visualize what I want to take before I take the picture. So I would sit down and say, today I would like to take a picture. I want to take a defender blocking or something if I'm taking a picture of netball. Football, I would like to take a picture of somebody challenging for the ball. So I want to get the contact. I want to see everything. So if they're sweating, I want to see when the ball hit the fire, the sweat coming up. You know, I want to capture everything. Right. So when you look on the picture, you can see the details in it, you know. So when the person is grading or marking that picture, they say, hey, this person take a lot of time, you know. Look on the picture, you can get so much story out of one picture. You know, so that's the reason why, as I said before, I can share several things. The goal shooter shooting, she's blocking, you can see the hoop, so you see several different intent. One person wanted to score because they want to win, and the next person is blocking.
Okay.
And she's a national player also. I don't quite remember her name right now.
That's all right.
But you know.
But I hope persons out there are listening and appreciating exactly what you're saying. And Miss Willie, once again, talk to me about how you saw your son prepare and put his essays together. And once again, just to make persons out there who might be similarly interested, they can have a little idea. Although we don't want them to beat your son.
Not at all.
But
and not only my son, but my George Head children.
Students,
because the first place winner actually came from George Head.
Well, there
so
you
I
go.
had first and second.
Well, there you go.
But we are promoting a culture of excellence, and so our children must be involved in every activity. And what I observed when Gianni was doing his essay is the fact that he could get his ideas organized. And I have no doubt the other children did the same. But there's a little more to Gianni. I find he reads a lot. For example, in last year's essay, he began with a quote. When I saw the quote, I was, that's my child. I was very pleasantly pleased.
Okay.
And I would say to parents, get your children to read. Whatever they like, whatever their interest is. If it's in photography, let them read books on photography. If they like cars, let them read on cars. Whatever it is. And from then on, you get them to move into other areas. So it was an interesting process watching Gianni. And the process didn't happen at home. You'll be driving to school and you'll be asking, so mommy, tell me about Usain, what you know. And so I end up buying all of Usain's books. I bought all of them.
Oh, really?
And yes, so Usain, I'm spending money on you for my son. So he would go through the books, he would get information, he would put that in his essay. So it helped in his researching skills, which again will do well for him in PEP. He has already had the knowledge thanks to your competition.
All right.
So the primary age limit is 9 to 12.
Yes.
And the second poster is high school, secondary school, and the photo is for tertiary students.
All right, there you have it. I think all the other remaining information is available on our website. That's jis.gov.jm. Go there. You can see all the rules, all the regulations, and the guidelines as well to help you make sure you craft your entry and make it as good as possible so you have the best chance to win. Because we want as many entries as possible. We like that's the kind of work our judges like to have. We like to have debates, and I've sat in on some of the judging sessions, so we like to have the debates about which one is better than the other one, so which student should win, that kind of thing. It's really interesting when you see the effort and the initiative that some of our students show. And I would definitely encourage all of you, just chime in on everything that they're saying, encourage all of you to jump in on the competition. It's a great opportunity. It looks good on your transcript as well when you can add that you want an essay competition or a photo competition or a poster competition. It's a really good opportunity, not to mention the prizes are.
I want to thank Corporate Jamaica for supporting us and working along with us since 2011.
All right.
Support has been tremendous.
All right, so I think with that, I think we can move to wrap. Thank you. Well, let me just single out Marianne Bennett, who's been showing us a lot of love on social media. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching out of New Jersey. And just you can tune in next week when we have our next guest, so you can tell your friends and all your generation to come and to Studio 58. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who tuned into our discussion, especially those of you who sent in questions and comments. And if you have a question or comment and we didn't answer it in our discussion, not to worry. We'll be going through them afterwards and we'll be answering so we can make a connection that way. Remember, our audience plays a major part in our show. If there's anyone in particular you'd like us to have in studio, let us know and we'll try our best to have that person in studio as soon as possible. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Jamaica Information Service to see who will be in studio next, as well as all the other information coming out of Jamaica. We're a very good resource, trust me, I can tell you. I'm not biased or anything. All right? And we do this every Thursday live on Facebook. I've been your host, Vaughn Davis, and this has been Studio 58A Live. Thank you again for joining us, and please have a good day.